Star Wars: The Bad Batch follows a group of enhanced clones as they try to make their way in the galaxy far, far away following the Clone Wars. Ultimately, their story illuminates the story of other clone stories after the Clone Wars, a time marked by the continued tyrannical assertion of the Empire across the galaxy, which had begun when Order 66 was enacted, something you can learn more about in a link below. And like the elite Bad Batch, the show also sheds light on the plight of another kind of trooper, Clone Commandos, or what were once called Republic Commandos before the time of the reigning Empire. Commandos are an elite form of clone trooper who were tasked with a variety of missions or objectives throughout and after the Clone Wars. One example first arrived in Star Wars Republic Commando, a first-person shooter released by LucasArts in March of 2005. His name is Scorch, a commando with detonations expertise and a constant comedic nature no matter the danger that surrounded him, at least until we see him again in The Bad Batch. Fans have been waiting throughout the course of his appearances in Bad Batch to see his humor return, but without avail. The commando is no longer the comedic personal clone we had come to love during the early 2000s gameplay, and here is what it suggests. Early in the story of The Bad Batch, one of the initial members of the team, a sharpshooter going by the name of Crosshair, turns from the path of the rest of the group and begins to hunt his old friends in service to the Empire. A seemingly drastic change that challenges our understanding of the natural checks and balances of our nature. But part of the explanation exists in what's called biochemical inhibitor chips, a tool used by the Empire to reduce the empathy clones feel while following orders and allowing them to perform higher levels of sociopathic assignments without presenting a conflict to their superiors, the Empire. Grand Moff Tarkin enhanced the chip of Crosshair in order to reduce his hesitation about hunting his friends on behalf of the Empire. And in the same way, these inhibitor chips are what contributed to the clones' obedience to Order 66. And we can see throughout the series how Commandos were not exempt from such a dark fate. While Scorch is the shell of his former self, we can appreciate the tragic picture he paints of the influence of the Empire in the time after the Clone Wars.